Welcome to the Beesies.
I'm Abby.
I'm Brittany.
I'm Jenny.
And I'm Mackenzie.
Remember the college days when you were best friends with your roommates?
You would come home and talk about anything and everything together.
We miss this phase so much that we decided we needed this quality roommate time again.
So welcome to the Beesies. Come over and get cozy with your new favorite roommates.
I can't believe it's only Monday. Not
Yeah.
that my week has been long, I just can't believe that.
July 1st, baby.
I'll be honest.
At
Today
least
was a Monday. You know. Oh my gosh! I have a story for you guys.
Oh no.
This falls into the audacity of old men stories.
Yes.
So I had like an upset customer that I was helping on Saturday. Yeah. And I like walked up and I was like, "Hi, I'm Brittany. Like, I'm going to be helping you out, whatever." And he was like, he like looked up at me and then he just kind of like paused and he's like, "I thought there was a male manager here." And I was like, "Oh, okay."
Excuse me?
I was like, "Oh, like, I'm Brittany. I'm one of the managers. I'm going to be helping you out, whatever." And he's like, "Yeah, I know there's a male manager here, but I guess you'll do."
That's crazy.
I love that.
I was like, "Yeah, I will. I will do." You're
The
right.
audacity.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
And part of me, like at first, like in my mind, it was again one of those situations where I was like, I should have said something. I was like, no, he probably worked with someone before, which I think he still may have, but it still was like weird. And like, he definitely did mean it in a condescending way. So I was like, alrighty, whatever.
Don't love that.
But then I was like
That's
kind of
so
genuinely concerned for him because like while we weren't talking, but I was still helping him, he would like fall asleep on the counter. I was like,
Oh.
"Are you okay? Like genuinely, are you okay?"
No.
I was scared, but
Honestly, that's major vibes. He's just doing what he wants.
he really was. It ended up all being fine, took care of his issue, but I was just like, the
sleeping
amount
issue?
of things, the sleeping issue. He actually has narcolepsy. No, the amount of like stories that I have similar to that, I'm like, I'm not even shocked at this point when something like that happens. But I'm like, whatever.
Yeah, that's just crazy.
I know.
Wow.
I
I
learned
would
that
get so angry.
Yeah.
Adderall is used for narcolepsy sometimes.
Oh, yes, I did know that.
And I was like, that makes so much sense because
Mm-hmm.
I honestly still am having symptoms of Zoloft making me tired, I think. Or I'm just always tired. I don't really know.
Mm-hmm.
But Adderall wakes me up.
Yeah.
Mm.
And I'm like, wow. That just reminded me because you said that man sleeps. And I was like, he needs some Adderall
Yeah.
to get him through life.
It's true. It's crazy. Well,
Men
and it's like
do be
crazy
doing
too because like that's like the whole thing with like kids who have ADHD or ADD, like giving them a soda and it calms them down, which is crazy to think about. I remember we learned about that in my abnormal psychology class.
I love
Yeah.
that.
I know some parents that will give their kids Mountain Dew in the morning.
Yeah.
Yeah, some men be funny. Like, talking about men, I was just thinking today how
Whoa. She needs
Talking
some
about men?
Adderall.
She said, I heard of a man once.
I haven't met
A
a
man?
single straight man in law school
Oh.
/ outside of law school, but in the legal field, who hasn't said to me, like, whoa, you're actually funny. And I'm like, what does that mean? Why are
It's
you
like the whole
saying
funny for a
actually?
girl vibe.
Yes.
What in the world?
And I'm like, I'm literally funny.
Yeah.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm just
Yeah.
like, that's crazy.
It's
So,
just
yeah.
so wild.
Why do
You're
you have
funny.
to qualify it? Why do you
Yeah.
have to say?
Why can't you just say
actually? Like,
you're so
actually
funny? Because
I
it's
know.
it's also the tone too. Because like they could be like, you're actually so funny, and it would be like,
Right.
yeah, you're right, and it wouldn't be like the undertone of
Yeah.
like condescension.
Yes.
I just
Yeah.
the world
But I
we
think
live in.
I think me and also everyone else should just start saying that to them.
Yeah.
Oh, good idea.
I really
that's
need
kind
to
of
write down.
script.
I need to write down the like disses that all men have
Yeah.
towards women, all the microaggressions.
Yeah.
Actually, wait, I did see something about this online where somebody was like, these are the feminist microaggressions that I say on a
Oh.
daily basis.
Yes, I've seen a
Towards
lot for
men.
like in the workplace.
Uh-huh. I
Like,
actually love that idea.
yeah.
I just
Like-
never really took it to heart till this moment.
Yeah. The only thing I can remember right now is she was saying if she's ever assigning like office things and there's not like an assistant there who like it's obviously their job, like it's like, oh, can you add this to the calendar? She'll specifically ask a man to do it.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, I love that.
I love that.
I love the simple things.
Exactly. Exactly.
I'm here for that.
That's amazing.
I have another update, which you guys might have seen in my Instagram story, which is just that I like my job, the
Oh, yeah.
people I work with,
I did see
Mhm.
that.
but I love them too much now.
Oh no.
Are
And
you
I'm
in
now-
love?
No, I'm just emotionally connected to them. Like, I'm just so connected now, and now I'm like, I can't leave you guys ever. And I'll feel
Yeah.
too bad to get a different job, so I'm like, I have to stay here because they're
Well,
so nice to me.
It's always good to have friends in the field, like that don't work with you,
That's
that
so
you can
true.
always compare and network in and maybe poach you for a job in the future, and then you use that as an advantage to get a raise.
True.
You know?
That's majorly facts.
True.
We love taking advantage of people.
Yep.
And wait, sorry, do you guys have any updates?
Jenny's like, and I have this one, and I have this one. I'm all done with updates.
No, keep going, Jenny. Keep going.
Kenzie, you have an update?
Quiver in your
Are you
voice.
okay?
Like nervously, like
Are you sick?
What's
I'm
happening?
Just so like tired and also excited at the same time.
oh,
I just feel joy.
Are you
right
like
now.
giggly?
what are you excited
Yeah.
about?
Nothing in particular. I just feel happy.
That's like
That's
the best
great.
feeling.
Are you on drugs?
No,
Oh,
that would
good.
be so lit though. But I'm excited. Well, because Kenzie's coming to visit me, that gave me excitement. And then
That is so exciting. When are
Jacob's
you?
here.
When?
Tomorrow.
Oh, no way.
Wow.
Yeah.
And then other stuff. But anyway, I have a question that actually kind of leads into our topic,
I'm
Oh,
ready.
okay. Sure. Let's
which
do
this
it.
might be a controversial question.
Oh no.
But I was just wondering, were you guys spanked? I personally was.
Once.
Oh, really?
Just once, and it was because I put my own life in danger. That was
Yeah,
That-
safety.
yeah. I think my parents spanked all of us only once, if I am correct, and it
Dang,
was
that's
all
crazy.
similar things of like we almost like I think I almost ran out into the middle of a road, like a busy road. Yeah. But my dad would, because I hated eating and sitting at the dinner table, so he would lay his belt across my lap. He wouldn't actually fasten it, but just like lay it there.
Just to intimidate.
Yeah.
Just to know that there's always a possibility.
Yeah.
Ooh, that's scary.
Yeah. Kenzie,
Was
were
it
you?
ever-
Oh, sorry. What?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I was gonna say for you guys, was it ever like a meet me in
No.
like at this place at this time type of thing, or was
Better
it like
show
a
up?
yeah, or was it like after the fact, like
Yeah.
okay, your consequence in an hour will be to come here or whatever, or
No.
is it like a heat of
No.
spirit?
It was in the moment. It was.
I hate both, but I'm just curious if it was in the heat of the moment versus like a
I love that.
Jenny, how was
Yeah,
it for
I
you?
know.
you get a spank it, you know.
I don't think I ever had like a meeting like at this time as your punishment.
I definitely
was-
heard of parents doing that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like that sounds like that would make like
Which is
sending your kid in timeout and then be like at the end.
I'm gonna
Yeah.
spank you.
I guess what I mean in the heat of the moment type thing is like, was it a don't do that
Yeah.
smack type of thing, or was
Yes.
it like a I'm angry at you, you're doing this, go to your room and I'll come in,
Oh.
and, you know, or whatever, like a
Like a
kind of
delayed
after the
spanking.
fact. Like a delayed, not as like a
Instant
reaction.
spanking or delayed
Yeah.
spanking.
Yeah.
I maybe had some delayed. I feel like all of mine were like heat of passion though.
in the moment.
Passion.
Interesting
Okay.
word to put to
Interesting.
parents spanking. Jenny, are you
That's
really
what they
saying
call
you were
it.
spanked by someone else?
No, that's what they call it in the legal field.
This
when
is
you, like,
Jenny's way of
Oh.
saying
Okay, it's like heat of passion.
Okay.
That's how you get a murder charge lessened to manslaughter.
Yeah.
Wow.
You're like, it was
Yeah.
heat of passion.
Okay.
Well,
here's
I
a
just will say that yes, I was in both situations.
Oh, I'm so sorry, Abby.
It's okay. It happens, you know.
Dang. Yeah,
Sorry to
that's
laugh at your trauma.
Apparently, I was a terrible child. I would maybe say not so much, but to other people, I was.
Abby, have you ever spanked Atlas?
I have not, and I never will.
Good job.
I
This-
hope I hold myself to that.
Yeah,
This is a
it's-
good segue into
Yeah.
our topic.
So before we do our topic, I just have to put out there that, and because of what you just said, this is what makes me anxious talking about this, but it's okay, is with parenting, I feel like it's so hard to be like, I will never do this, because like you don't truly know. So I'm just giving myself an out that I may go back on every single thing that we're about to talk about. Because basically
Yeah.
what we're going to do is...
These are our current thoughts and feelings now.
Current
I
in
guess you
this
could say.
moment, especially
Yes.
before having kids. But
And
Abby,
we give
I'm sure you can
ourselves-
contribute too.
Yeah, but we give ourselves the freedom to change our minds as we learn more information in the future.
Exactly. So we are going to say our non-parent advice, or like things that we would do as parents, even though we are not parents.
Basically, the three of you are going to start telling me what to do.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
So-
interesting.
And I'm going to start
Yeah.
implementing that.
Okay, perfect.
So really, this episode is just about pissing people off.
yeah.
The
That's
listeners
true.
are gonna
Relax, snowflakes.
What is
it's
going
called
on
dark
with us
humor.
in the last like 2 months that we just want all of our episodes to cause fights?
be drama.
I
We're
kind of
really
like
trying
it.
to be unhinged.
We're in the
I love
spicy.
having beef.
Okay. First thing I have starting off very tame is I think it's a great life experience that kids grow up learning about Santa and believing in Santa. So I'm pretty sure you do Santa, Abby. So maybe this is irrelevant, but if you do, keep doing it. If you don't, start. That's all.
Okay. Here's the thing. Do you guys want me to like rebuttal or
I
give
think
an
if you
opinion,
have
or do
something
you
Yeah,
want
you
me
have
to like?
thoughts.
If you
Okay.
have thoughts,
If the heat of passion calls
Because
Yeah.
like,
Yes.
while yes, I am a
Ooh.
parent, I don't necessarily need to like defend things or
No,
tell
you
you why.
don't.
Oh,
Right.
you're not gonna do that or whatever. But I'm curious. Do you guys
Yeah.
want my thoughts?
I
or-
do want
Only
your
when
thoughts.
you want.
if
Okay.
you feel passionate.
Yeah.
Santa's cool. You know, Santa's
There we
cool.
go.
In my opinion, I don't love Santa as like such a strong character
Yeah.
figure, using him to manipulate. And
Maybe,
be
like,
if
side
you don't
character.
behave, Santa's not going to come
Totally.
this year. He's just kind of like a concept about Christmas, and he's there and he's a part of it. But like, I don't do Santa to the extreme.
He's not the main event. Because
Yeah.
Jesus is.
And if my child, like, okay, here's what I was saying last Christmas. I am not going to go out of my way to convince my children that Santa is real.
Yeah.
You know?
You're not going to
That's- I
show up
mean-
in their room dressed as Santa.
If they want to believe it as a child, I am going to enjoy that. But then, like, if I'm like, some parents are scared of their children finding out. And I'm like, when she finds out, she finds out. Who cares?
I
That's a
just
good
know that
attitude.
my mom used Santa to get us to behave. Like, she would call him, and then like my sister would be sobbing.
Gets
and,
on
like,
the phone with your dad. Santa.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
He's
got
kinda
told 1 year.
genius. R.I.P.
Oh,
No,
boy.
I was like
You were
4.
a bad child. Dang, a bad 4-year-old.
Anyways. Alrighty. Jenny, what's some parenting advice you have?
Oh, okay. My thing, honestly, I forgot right now because I was waiting for Mackenzie to speak.
Oh.
Oh.
Mackenzie can go
Okay.
then you.
I can go, and I'll go like extra long. I have one controversial thing to say that'll piss parents off.
Okay.
Okay. Obviously, as someone who doesn't have kids, there are aspects of like parenting, giving birth that like it's like, yeah, I can't really comment on it because I've never done it. Like, I'm not going to tell women to like they have to breastfeed if like I've never been through that. That's just
Yeah.
weird.
Uh-huh.
But when it comes to like the way in which you treat your child, I don't think you need to be a parent in order
Yeah.
to have like some solid ideas about how to treat children.
Sure.
There we go.
Oh, that was it?
Yeah,
That was
it.
the take?
Yeah, I don't know if that was gonna piss parents off.
Oh,
Because
okay.
you know how sometimes it's
Oh,
like,
I get
well,
what you're saying.
You're not a parent. You don't understand that.
Yeah.
Yes. Oh my gosh. Because, like, I feel like some people, for example, like yell at their kids a ton and like in any situation. And then they're like, oh, you'll like once you have kids, you'll understand. It's like, well, I feel like when when I have a kid, I will still not feel like yelling at them all the time, you know?
Mm-hmm.
That's
Or
just one
try
example.
to do the opposite. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, but here's my parenting advice, and this is kind of dark.
Yes.
But when
Oh, boy.
your kid is going over to a friend's house for a play date, I would make sure that you are aware if there are guns in the home and if those guns are locked up properly in a safe.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Also, what
Valid.
adults are going to be there.
Mm-hmm.
I think
It is
that's
so
super
weird.
important.
When like someone watches you tell somebody to watch your child, and then all of a sudden you hear stories about how they were like with this other person, and you're like, it's not a problem, but like I didn't even know.
Well, but like sometimes it is a problem.
But sometimes it is a
thing.
problem,
And that's why you have to be cautious.
yeah, crazy.
Yeah.
I think that's totally valid. You know, I don't want my child getting into guns.
You're valid for that.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Okay. So my thing is, first of all, I think maybe you shouldn't have kids. Maybe you should just not have kids and you should party. Just people.
Oh.
That's my
Okay.
parenting advice.
We
is
need more
like,
party people.
That's like the biggest non-parenting advice.
I know. I'm like, what?
And then
Jenny's advice is not advice.
if you have kids, first of all, you broke the first rule that I just gave you.
Mm-hmm.
But I think if you have a kid, you should. And honestly, I've created this rule from Abby and Sydney because I like that you guys still party with your kids.
Thank you.
Like, I think if you have kids, you should take them on vacations and you should take them to friends' house and they fall asleep there and like you still get to hang out late. Also, my biggest thing, don't be quiet around your baby.
Oh, yeah.
I think you should not
Be
be
loud.
quiet.
I think it makes
Be
a difference.
loud. And then they nap and then you don't have to be quiet. Or just
Yeah.
like have a white noise machine. But I'm like, stop being so quiet because then you're training them to only want quietness and then you can't make noises.
You can't live.
So that's my 100% certified parent advice.
I love that.
That reminds me that one of the things I said before I was a parent, which this is kind of how I'm taking this prompt, is like, what did I say before I was
Yeah.
a parent that I was going to do that maybe I do differently now, or maybe I still do. And one of those was sound machines. I was like, I don't want to do a sound machine like that, those train your child to get used to the sound machine and then they'll never be able to fall asleep without it, and then you're creating a dependency, blah blah blah. I took that back real fast after like 3 days, and Alice has been sleeping with a sound machine every single time she sleeps, and you know, she's not dependent on it. She slept in Disneyland just fine in the stroller. Like, so
There you go.
that was one thing.
I love that.
Yeah. But the main thing that I always said before I was a parent was that I was going to brush my child's hair and do her hair every single day, because there is something about looking at kids like that. I always was like, your hair, like, I can tell you didn't get ready this morning.
Yeah.
Your hair is ratty. Your parents don't care that like they let you walk out of the house like
toddler.
that.
You're
Yeah.
just like freaking toddler. You look a
I was
mess.
just like, kids are cute when they do their hair, when they
Yeah.
like get ready and
Uh-huh.
like put actual clothes on instead of just like random.
Pajamas.
Yes. And I was like, every single day my child is getting ready. She will not live in her pajamas. I still try to do her hair as often as I can, but you know, sometimes most of the time now I'm just letting it go.
Yeah.
That's
I've
okay.
given up. And I do
She's
agree
so
her hair
cute.
is ratty looking. But there's nothing I can do.
You're like, she is looking messy, but it's okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's a good thing I'm not a parent because my motto would be like, okay, it's either me or her getting ready. Which one?
Oh,
And
yeah.
I'm gonna choose myself all the time.
Exactly.
That's
Yeah.
true. There are so many days I don't get ready till 4. And I think Andrew comes home in an hour from work, and if he sees me still in my pajamas, he's going to think I'm crazy. So then I have to quickly get ready so that he doesn't think I'm crazy.
Crazy woman.
Yeah.
She's crazy.
I have 2 more things
Share.
I can say
Please
quickly. One of them I really don't know how I feel about, but I don't necessarily want to talk about politics in a way of deciding for them, if that makes sense. Like, I would rather, I feel like I'm a pretty in the middle person anyways, but I would rather once they're older, educate them on different like opinions, sides, and like present it in a neutral way and kind of let them decide than make their opinion for them. Yeah, I feel like that's pretty self-explanatory. I think a lot of people grow up in a household where the politics lean one way and then they grow up and feel the exact opposite. But they're
Yeah.
like, yeah, I voted this way for the first 3 times because that's how I was told to vote. And I don't love that idea. Like, I'd rather promote like educating on both
You want
sides.
to promote political literacy
Yes,
as a
Exactly.
as
as a toddler,
As
preferably.
What if you give
you know?
birth to a natural born fascist?
Dang.
Like,
You
are you
know,
gonna try and sway them?
probably, if I'm being honest. But that's why I said, I don't know about these opinions long term. I really hope they're not
Once the
These
fascist.
fascists
fascist
come.
babies are coming out left.
Yeah,
Oh god.
they're coming out all the time.
Oh, I see a naked chicken.
I was like, what
I don't know
happened?
who that was.
Oh my gosh.
What was that, man?
You don't.
Anyways, jump scare.
All
My
right.
other thing is that I don't want to have rules about them having to finish their plate at that exact time. Like, I feel like diet culture, all of that is just so hard. And I think the negative side effects start so young. So I would rather emphasize, like, hey, try a bite of everything. I'll save your plate. You can eat it later, kind of a thing. Or like, if they truly are not hungry or don't want that, like, whatever. But I understand the hard part of that, because it's like, you just made this dinner and of course you want them to eat it and you don't want it to go to waste. And that's why it's like so complicated. But I feel like for me, and maybe this is a silly analogy, but like, Winnie has taught me that like when they are hungry, they will eat. Doesn't matter what it is. And so it's like, if you're not hungry right now when we're eating, I'll save your plate. When you're hungry later, you can eat it. Obviously, that's super complicated too. And I understand the nuance to it, because if you have
Yeah.
a kid, that is like first percentile. Obviously, you need them to eat. But that is my feelings currently, is that I do not want to force them to finish their whole plate. So,
It's all about training them to be hungry at the appropriate times.
yeah. Yeah,
Because,
that's a big
yes,
part of it
like,
too.
Atlas will eat lunch. I will make her lunch at 12:30 and she won't eat it till 2.
Yeah.
Every single day without fail, she's not hungry till 2. But then 2 o'clock rolls around and she eats all her pasta, all her chicken nuggets, all her whatever. I'm like, you couldn't have done this an hour and a half ago.
Yeah. But it's so good that you let her eat when her body's hungry, so she can learn
It is
hunger
true.
signals instead of just forcing herself to eat. So,
Nice.
props to you.
That's a good one. That's a good one.
Yeah.
Kenzie, do you have another one?
The only other one I could think of was let your kids choose their clothes
That's a good one.
and their outfits.
Yeah.
Obviously, there are times where it's like, okay, we got to wear
Yeah.
matching outfits to church, like
Yeah.
it's Easter. But I think it's a good way for like kids to kind of show off their creative side, or like
What do you think about like short shorts or like like, I was thinking about when I was like in 5th grade and I got in trouble for like having like short shorts.
Mm.
They were like super short. Like, what do you think about like modesty type things for age? Like, not
Okay.
really like modesty, but like age. Because I honestly don't know about
Like for kids,
that. Mm-hmm.
for children, I've seen a lot of parents online like getting mad at like Target's clothes because some of the clothes in the kids section like are kind of like the crop tops and stuff.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I'm okay with that. Like,
Yeah.
why? Like,
It's in style. Like,
Yeah.
yeah, and it's like, why are we like sexualizing kids?
Totally.
Like,
Yeah.
just because a kid is showing their belly button doesn't mean that they're being like promiscuous. Like,
Yeah.
what's going on?
yeah, like genuinely, you're teaching them at a very young age that it's like wrong to show like, I don't know, your
Their
shoulders or
tummy.
whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You're,
your
like,
tummy.
You're inadvertently like sexualizing them.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like I would so much rather teach them to like dress specific ways for specific occasions. For example, if they're going to be sitting at school all day, they might not want to wear super short jean shorts if it's going to make them uncomfortable. But also, if they are okay with that, then they're okay with that. You know? Whereas, like, if we're going to be in a certain social setting, you may want to dress up a little bit more. Like, I'd rather just like talk about comfort and like dressing for the environment you're in than modesty.
Yeah.
I am thinking like, okay, so like whenever I see someone wearing like super, super short shorts and it's like a wedgie and like their butt cheeks are hanging out, I'm like, this feels gross and unsanitary.
Yeah.
Like, so I don't know. I guess I would draw the line at butt cheeks.
It really depends on how short. Like, are they
Yeah.
the underwear ones, you know? You seen those jeans
Yeah.
before?
Yeah.
Oof.
I
Those
will
just
say,
look uncomfortable.
Where it's like, I feel like your bare butt is out. and
Yeah.
it's,
No,
like,
literally.
inhaling poop
Uh-huh.
particles.
Yeah.
Like, if they fart, it is going to be
Yeah.
in our air.
Yeah.
Right. I've tried
That's funny.
very hard to like not care. I mean, not even very hard. That's an exaggeration. I'm not trying at all because it just comes naturally to me to not care about the clothes that Atlas is wearing. Like tank tops and short shorts are the worst that it can get. I guess like I'm speaking specifically to like toddlers. Like I don't see inappropriate
Yeah.
toddler clothes. Now maybe when you're older kids it's a little different, but like
Yeah.
shorts and tanks, like
It's so
okay, big
cute.
deal. They're so cute and like whatever. So it's really hard for me to be like, you're looking at the clothes at Target and you're saying those aren't acceptable to your standards, but like your standards are so high. Like your standards are so crazy. Like Target's not going out of their way to make your child into this promiscuous thing. Like they're
So
just
for-
selling clothes for kids, I feel like.
I remember the example. Target was selling a dress in the kids section that had like 2 slits in like the waist area.
Okay.
Do you know like what I'm talking
Okay.
about?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
And parents were upset at that, saying that that's something that a grown woman would wear.
That's just so annoying to me. Like, seriously, don't buy it then. Like, you have the money. Don't buy those clothes for your
Yeah.
child then. Like,
use your
why
money for
make a
that.
big deal about it? Because somebody else might think that's really cute for their child. And, like, it really doesn't matter. I don't know.
Yeah.
So I have a hard time, like, caring about people's opinions of kids wearing clothes, which leads us into the
Caring.
next thing a little bit.
Yeah.
Like I just let kids wear whatever they want, and they are so like not self-conscious of their body. Like
Yeah.
do not make
Don't
them
create it. Yeah.
Yes.
by saying we can't wear short shorts because that's inappropriate, because it's like they don't understand what that means. All
Yeah.
they know is that it's wrong somehow. The only time I get stuck in this a little bit is when Atlas is flashing her underwear under her dresses. And
Okay,
she's
but
like,
that's
"Look!"
different.
And obviously she's 2, and yes, and she's so innocent about it, and it doesn't matter, but she's so excited to show people her Cinderella underwear. And that is a lesson that I'm trying to figure out how to do, of being like,
gosh.
we don't show your underwear to people. You're
Yeah.
not doing anything wrong, but like,
Yeah.
let's keep that private. Like, I don't know.
Yeah. Keep it to yourself.
Kind of funny. Yeah.
I love it. Well,
Yes.
any other thoughts on this topic, or should we transition into things we really don't care about?
I'm DTT.
Let's do
Okay.
it.
Down to transition.
Down to
to
transition.
the next topic.
I love it. Who has one to kick us off? Or explain it first, I guess.
There's that famous quote: "The opposite of love isn't hate; it's indifference."
Mm-mm.
Wow.
And we've already shared the things that we love, the things that we hate on this podcast. So let's share some things that we're indifferent about.
That's a really good way to put this.
This is also inspired by the quote from that show with Reese Witherspoon where she's like, I don't give a F about homeless people. So that's another quote.
Yeah, it's like a TikTok meme.
Yeah.
Yes.
I love that.
And we're not that mean, hopefully.
No.
So, yeah.
Mm-mm.
Okay. I'll start us off. Okay. Here we go. I do not care about the war on Christmas. Meaning, let me clarify. I really do appreciate the story of Christ's birth. I think it brings people a lot of hope, and I think that's a good thing. But the whole, like, oh, they're taking the Christ out of Christmas, or it's too commercialized, or Happy Holidays versus Merry Christmas, I don't care.
Yeah.
Like,
Mm-hmm.
if I went to a Christmas concert and they played only songs about Jesus, I wouldn't notice. If they played songs that are only about Santa, I wouldn't notice.
Yeah.
I don't care.
I agree with that completely.
I
Actually,
smack that. That is so true.
I just feel like it's the same vein of like with the Target clothes. If you don't like them, don't buy them. If you don't want to celebrate Christmas that way, don't celebrate Christmas that way. Or if you do want to celebrate it, celebrate it. Like I think people forget how much freedom they have and how much they control their situation. So
Freedom.
I vibe with that.
freedom. Yeah, I agree. I think
Cool.
it's not even a war.
Yeah,
it's not even a war. The war has
I
already
think they
been
won the war. I think Christ is out of it.
Yeah.
They won.
he's just vibing.
Christ has been out of Christmas for a long time, people.
She's
like, you have no
get
shot.
used to it.
Yeah, get used to it. It's
You
about
said
time you
Santimus?
accept it. Yeah.
Okay, I was thinking about that. Like 1,000 years from now, obviously with technology, like I think that 1,000 years from now, people will have more information about like the year 2024 than like we have about stuff that happened 1,000 years from now.
Yeah.
Or 1,000 years ago. is what I meant to say.
Yeah.
I got you.
Thank you. But I'm like, what if eventually, like, the Santa story gets so twisted that it becomes like a Jesus story, where like Santa becomes a religion,
That's beautiful.
and we like
Oh.
believe
Okay.
Like
in
a new
Santa.
cult?
I have seen like a similar thought process, but with the Harry Potter books. Like, what if someone, like, as an example, like, what if someone finds these years from now and think
Right.
that was like,
And it's like, this is
a Bible.
religion. This
Yeah.
is the Bible.
literally,
Yeah.
Honestly,
it's like
that
so
would
funny.
work.
To
I
think
love
about.
that so
But like,
much.
what's funny about it is that it doesn't seem that impractical.
Yeah.
So, anyways, that's
It
the
doesn't.
next
Oh my gosh, they're gonna
cult that I'll
find
join.
all the One Direction fan fiction with your names,
Yes.
and
Yeah,
people are gonna be very confused.
they're gonna be like, your name? Who is your name?
Well, no, they're going to be like, this is so personalized. Like, it's personal revelation.
Oh,
The fact that I can put my
Yeah.
own name in there, that's
good.
Ooh, I
that
That's
makes
a
it
good
more
one.
spiritual.
And then they'll be like, I didn't know I could have these feelings while feeling the spirit.
Mhm.
That's yeah. yeah.
That's amazing.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. Here's one thing I don't care about, and I don't really know how to explain it. And it's going to sound weird, but I don't care when people want to lose weight. Or, like, I think people need to stop caring. Like, okay, like, do you guys know the influencer Samantha Joe?
Mm-hmm.
Like, she's been losing weight, and I think that's lit, but, like, people get mad at her for losing weight. They're like,
Yeah.
I don't want to follow you anymore. Like, and I guess Maddie Murphy on the Bad Broadcast, I've been listening to a couple of hers, and she's like, people keep telling me, like, you're being toxic by wanting to be healthy and, like, lose weight.
Yeah.
And, like, I just think when, like, if overweight people want to lose, okay.
Jacob.
I just think people should stop hating on people when they're like
Trying
on
to
an
be
obvious
healthy.
journey to
Yeah.
health.
Uh-huh.
I agree.
And yes, that's what my thought is.
I agree with that. That's a good thought.
Love
Thank
it.
you.
Okay. I could not care less at
I'm laughing
all
at Jacob, not you, Jenny.
um
Sorry, Abby.
about making my bed every single day.
Yeah.
Just to make my bed
Mm,
because
That's true.
that's something you're supposed to do.
I care deeply about that.
truly this does not matter to me because I am
with
just
ya.
going to crawl right back into it at the end of the day. It does not matter. If I want it to be pretty for whatever reason, maybe I'm cleaning up the whole house and I just feel like, okay, I might as well clean this. Sure, I do it, happy about it, no big deal. But if it is just because that's what I'm supposed to do, like, oh, it's 5:00, I need to make my bed before I go to sleep in a few hours. Nope, does not matter. And you can't get me to care about it.
The
I
feeling
care
of
deeply.
going into a made bed is really great.
Yeah.
Mhm.
But I don't make my bed most.
Can you stop? Stop going back and forth in the background of my video with your shirt off.
Jacob!
Oh my gosh. Shout out to Jacob, everyone listening.
He
I
said he's
hope you're
coming
watching
back.
this. 'Cause
Yeah, I
boy.
agree. The only time my bed gets made is the one time a week that we change our sheets. And that's it.
Andrew pretty much makes our bed every single day.
Wow.
Like, because he likes it that way. And like, sure, that's fine. Sometimes it literally doesn't get made till like 6:00. Jacob!
I hope people are watching this.
Uh,
I can't wait to watch this.
That was somehow worse than just walking.
Okay, one more thing to say and then we can move on from this is that the feeling of going into bed after like into a made bed at the end of the night, I do not relate to that because before I get into bed, I've heard this is like a very German thing to do, is like they take the end of the bed that's usually tucked in, all of the sheets, and untuck them all and put them on the top. And that's me. I untuck
Interesting.
the foot of my comforter every single time I
love
go
the
to bed
tuck.
because there's nothing worse than my feet being flat against that sheet. Like I need it to be
No.
rolled
I just
like a
don't
burrito.
tuck.
Interesting.
I'm not a tucker.
Yeah.
I
But I
do
love
tuck
making
and
my
I
bed.
love the
And
tuck.
Our comforter isn't like tucked, but it's like it like hangs over the edge.
Yeah, but I
need
want
to-
the sheet tucked.
I basically take the comforter and tuck it so that it's like a little tortilla around my
Yeah.
feet.
You wrap yourself like a little burrito.
Yeah.
I love that.
Okay.
Okay.
Is it my turn?
I think
Or
it's
Brittany?
mine. I really, really, really do not care about the eyebrow blindness, eyelash blindness, whatever
Really?
trend going on right now. No.
I'm terrified.
Here's the thing. I hate it so much because it's like it's just what the trends were then. Like and some people are aware of it at the time and some people aren't. Like right now, I saw a video of this girl who was like, I was putting my blush on and now I'm so insecure thinking, am I having blush blindness? And it's like, who cares? Right now, heavy blush is trendy and that's okay. Like if you like the way you look, like the way you look. I saw someone talking about this and I totally agree. I don't like that it feels like it's creating a new insecurity for girls to just be
Yes.
nervous about and like overthink. It's like, yeah, you know what? Your eyebrows
that.
looked crazy and at the time you loved them.
I get that.
Like what else needs to matter about it? So that's why I really, maybe I actually hate the trend. So I do care about it because I hate
Yeah.
it. But I'm pretty ready for it to be over simply because I don't think we need to be overthinking it.
For sure. I do not care about singers having cheating scandals in the sense that it won't make me stop listening to their music. I have opinions on them as like a person.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, for example, with Ariana Grande, we discussed that at length.
Mm-hmm.
But her music, I will still listen to it. Like,
I
cheating
agree.
is not
Do you
scandal
feel like
enough for me.
that extends to actors and actresses as well?
Yes, for
Okay.
cheating.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because
Maybe
that's
now,
because
what
I
about
think I
another
agree.
another sin? What about another type of sin? What could
Like
they do to
coveting?
make you stop listening to them?
Like,
They covet.
I will switch the song if it's like a Chris Brown song.
Right.
Like, it's just hard to get down to that because, like, that's the first thing I think of.
It's just
Yeah.
an icky feeling all around.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And well, he hasn't repented at all of his sins.
Yeah,
really.
I ain't heard his confession.
Okay, here is my savage thing I don't care about. And it's that I don't care about men's feelings for about like 70% of issues. Possibly more.
I was gonna say I think your percentage might be higher.
Like 80. Like there are things
Okay.
I care about. But for the most
Give us
part,
some examples.
like of what I care about,
Yeah.
Sure.
that's
Or
hard.
what you don't. Either one.
I mean, I don't
hard.
like really any like
So maybe what you would care about
oh, that's a hard one.
or not, if you can.
I
Think
don't
of
know. I
any.
can't even think.
Well, okay, wait. While you're thinking, I had one that goes along with this. I do not care about like what boys think I look good in.
Yeah.
I
100%.
can agree to that. I'm like, what's
Like
the
if-
word? I
if
can
Derek-
vibe with that.
If Derek tells me that I look good in cargo shorts, I'm gonna be like, I'm never wearing cargo shorts.
Oh.
Like that doesn't make me want to wear
Yeah.
cargo shorts.
Yeah, like it doesn't influence what you want to have as
Yeah.
fashion. I get that. I agree.
Okay, I take it back because I don't vibe with that anymore. I care about people I know. I do not care about strangers. If a man
I agree,
who I have
Abby.
no idea who is, or even like very little like association with maybe, gives me an opinion about like what I'm wearing or what I look like or whatever, I'm like, F you, I don't care. If it's like Andrew, I'm usually asking him about his opinion on whether I look good because I'm like
Yeah.
self-conscious. Or if it's a friend, like if Derek or like any of your husbands or any of our friends were to tell me like, oh, that looks good on you or whatever, I would take that so seriously to heart.
Yeah,
So,
that's true. Actually,
I'm like 50-50 on that, Kenzie, but I love what you're saying though.
I figured out what
You
I care
define
about.
beauty.
what
No
is
one
it?
else.
And basically, I will care about your opinion and feeling if I think it's the correct one.
Oh my gosh,
love
that's
that.
horrible.
I love it.
Sometimes, Jenny, I really question.
It's fine.
Yeah.
That's how I feel.
That's how.
And you
she-
know
that's
what?
she
I have
wrote.
secured a trad hubs mod wife.
You found
scenario
somebody
for
who
myself.
agrees with your opinion. That's all that matters.
That is so funny.
Nice.
I love it.
Okay, last one for me. Not that exciting, but I could never give any flying Fs about something that costs less than $10 because in my mind, $10 is like basically free. Especially in this economy, $10 is like dirt cheap. So there are like sales sections, thrift stores, the Aldi finds aisle, Target circle section. All those places are dangerous places for me because I'll just add 10 of those to my cart. Doesn't matter if they're $10. I get that it adds up to $100, but I just got all those
But it
things for
doesn't.
free.
Yeah. No, I agree. $10 and lower is like whatever. I don't care. Take my money.
Same thing with TikTok Shop. I'd just be adding so many things that are under $10 on TikTok Shop,
Okay.
and then, oof, it adds up.
I have only purchased once from TikTok Shop, but I add so much to my cart. I just added a shirt to my cart, and then I went and looked. I had like 15 items in my cart.
Oh my gosh.
I was like, oh my gosh. And I probably will never buy them, honestly.
No.
But it was just funny. I was like, if I ever accidentally check out, this is going to be steep.
Yeah.
But
Are you also talking about the Chapel Roan shirt that has been getting
No.
advertisements everywhere? No? Okay, because I added that to my cart today, too.
no, the
was like,
most
oh,
recent one I
maybe
added
they're the
was an
same.
Inside Out shirt, which I probably
Aw.
will actually get that before we go to Disneyland next.
That's so cute. Oh, yeah, you need new clothes to wear in Disneyland.
Exactly.
That's
It's like
like
a
a must.
must. Yeah.
Yeah.
Joy is really annoying, and that's just something I have to say.
Mm,
Her
you just don't like to be
personality-
happy.
No, I love Joy the feeling,
Yeah.
but she is annoying.
You know, as someone who very much so identifies as Joy, rude.
Yeah,
I-
wait. I kind of feel the same. Hang on.
No, you guys aren't annoying like her.
Yeah. But
get
it's
it.
like the overly positive. That's a little rough. Have you seen the new one?
That's
Jenny?
true.
Or
Yes,
all
I
of you
saw
guys,
it
I guess?
Yesterday?
I
Not yet.
haven't.
Oh,
I was
I'm very
disappointed.
excited to see it soon.
it's really good. The first one's still better, I think.
Yeah.
Obviously. But it actually is really good. There's a little moment where Joy does have a mentee bee, and I was like, I'm relating to this a little too much. I may have shed a tear.
Aw.
Can I just say that like I find Inside Out to be kind of a dark movie. It's like, oh yeah, we're
Interesting.
all happy as kids, and then like something happens, and then now we're just sad. And like that's just kind of dark to me. It's like a sad movie.
I never thought about it that way. Honestly, true
That's
though.
interesting.
It just represents your emotions getting more complex.
My
Yeah, but
therapist.
it just makes me really sad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My therapist went on a little deep dive with me about Inside Out recently and was like, you need to watch it and think about it in this way, blah, 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 because sadness is the hero in the story.
Yeah, she
And
really
like
is.
it teaches you so much about the feeling of sadness and why sadness is so important, and like think about it in this way. I don't know. So it is so sad, and like I see your point, Kenzie, but also I think that was meant to happen.
Yeah.
I think that was
I
the
guess I don't
purpose.
like that feeling.
She is a joy.
Maybe
Joy
maybe
through
you
and
need to
through.
learn to be sad, Kenzie.
Maybe.
Maybe.
I like to watch like just crappy movies
Yeah.
that I can make fun of. I think that's where the real difference
That's
is.
true.
Inside Out is too good of a movie. How
You
about
can't make fun of it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
that? Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Wait, Abby, did you just share yours?
I did. I said that I can buy things for
Oh,
free
yes.
under $10.
Yep, that's true.
I can.
Wow, what a tangent we just went on. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm going to say this one actually. This is coming from someone with food allergies as my preface. How do you say? What is the word?
Preface?
Preface. Oh my
Like,
gosh.
let me preface this?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. I really don't care when people have food allergies. Like not in
You
a
can
way
die.
of like I want you to die or have an allergic reaction. And maybe it just comes from like hating talking about it myself. Like I literally will not. I try so hard to avoid saying that I'm allergic to soy when I go places. Like, unless they literally point blank ask me and they're like, do you have any allergies? I won't say anything. I'll just like ask for certain things to be left off because I hate talking about it so much. So I kind of just like, I don't know. And I like know a lot of people with food allergies, obviously, because like it's just very common now. But I just like, I think it can just be a nothing thing unless it's like, you can't smell a peanut without dying. Obviously that, talk about it, duh. But if like it's something where you have to eat it to have an allergic reaction, I don't know, just like take care of it on your own or like,
Don't
Yeah.
care.
Literally carry
Yeah.
a
Stop
pen.
making it other people's problems, you know?
yeah, I mean, kind of. But I think like a lot of the people, like I think of Zach, for example, he just like takes
over
care.
it,
He's
Zach.
just vibing on his own, you know? Like he doesn't make it anyone else's deal, which I appreciate. But I just know some people who it's like, it is your problem that they have a food allergy.
Yeah. And then you're rude if you didn't
Yeah,
bring the
cater
food.
to them. And I'm just like, you know what? It is what it is. So that's my feelings. I really don't care if you have a food allergy.
That's deep.
I don't really care.
So
I feel so bad for like the people who can't even be in the same room as a peanut.
yeah,
Isn't it crazy?
That is terrifying. I feel like I would
Like-
legitimately live in fear every moment of my
I
life.
feel, yeah, I feel
Yeah.
like I'm walking around the world thinking I'm gonna explode.
I
any
do
minute.
think about that every single time I eat apples and peanut butter in public. I'm like, am I killing someone?
Oh no.
Yeah.
Just killed
Or like just because I think like peanut butter lingers, and like
Yes.
I'll feed Atlas a peanut butter and jelly sandwich for lunch, and then we'll go over to my sister's house like later, and her son is like allergic to peanuts, and I just think like we need to scrub your hands so hard because otherwise she's gonna be like, did she eat anything with peanuts? And then she's gonna accidentally touch him, and then he'll have a reaction.
Yeah.
I'm like, like it just lingers because it's just so sticky.
Yes.
Yeah, it
So
scares
sticky.
me.
Yeah.
But I don't know.
That's true.
That's so funny you say that because I was just thinking about your food allergies the other day, and that's like gonna be weird to say.
Thanks for
But
thinking
because
of
I was
me.
just like, Brittany hasn't talked about her food allergies recently. I wonder if like she's still allergic to these things, or like
I am. I did
maybe
have an
didn't
allergic reaction in Hawaii.
or
Oh,
and then
no.
I was like, that would have been maybe an interesting thing to talk about on like our like that, what was it, the body,
Oh yeah.
I don't know, talking about food. Oh, eating disordered eating. Sorry. Because I've known people in the past who have said like, oh, I wasn't actually allergic to that. I was just using that as an excuse not to eat. Like, and so I
Oh,
was like,
yeah.
oh, that would have been a good question to ask Brittany about maybe. I don't know. I went down a rabbit
Yeah.
hole in my brain of being like, wait a second, I should ask Brittany about this
Yeah,
to make
no,
sure I
I-
don't feed her something wrong.
I definitely self-induced being gluten intolerant though, because I didn't eat it for so long that like I genuinely would get sick from it, but it was like 100% just because I like didn't have it.
yeah. I've
And
heard
you
that
know,
happening too.
small moment of purging also, but
Yeah.
that's not this topic.
Anyways, I didn't mean to go on that tangent. Sorry. It's just
Yeah,
like,
what the
whoa.
It's just funny. Dang.
Wait,
Yeah.
Brittany, why do you hate to talk about your soy allergy? Like, do you feel like
I think it's
like an
embarrassing.
inconvenience?
Yes, I think it's an
Okay.
inconvenience and it's embarrassing.
Mm.
Like, I feel like the way that I look at it is if I can just take care of it on my own, why do I need to make it someone else's deal? You know?
Mm.
That's
Like in
so
Hawaii, for
embarrassing.
example, it is so embarrassing. When I did have an allergic reaction, I was like, I'm just going to go home and take 2 Benadryl. I'll be fine. No one needs to know about it. Of course, most people found out, but I was just like, I'm fine. Like, I'm just going to be tired.
Her like eye is swollen.
Brittany
Like,
dies in her sleep, and her last words were, I'm fine.
Honestly. So yeah, I think it's that I don't want to be an inconvenience to people. But yeah.
Yeah. And I feel
You
like
should inconvenience us, Brittany.
yeah.
Yeah, you should inconvenience
Definitely.
more.
Well,
But I feel like
Yeah.
soy, out of all the common allergies, are a lot easier avoidable than
Yeah.
like if it was gluten. Like a lot of sauces have gluten that you don't
Totally.
know about.
well, and for me, it like truly is soy sauce. It's not like soy additives, which
Yeah.
makes it significantly easier.
That is nice.
So yeah,
The more you know.
the more you know about me.
Exactly.
Love talking about myself.
Comment down below your food allergies and the things you don't care about and your parental advice.
Yes.
Yeah,
I
what
forgot
should
we talked
parents
about that. Oh my gosh.
Stop doing. What should parents start doing? What is the right way to parent? And especially comment that if you are not a parent. Because
Yes.
if you are a parent, we don't,
don't
care about
care.
your opinions.
I don't care.
And comment down below if you were spanked and how traumatizing it was on a scale of 1 to 10.
Just everything we talked about.
Comment down below the age you were when you were spanked.
Yeah. Comment
Can
if you
I
were
say
spanked only
something
once.
about
Okay.
that real fast?
Mm-hmm.
I do not condone spanking children. And I think we know through like child psychology and stuff, it's like that is not the best way to problem solve. Like we know that.
Yeah.
I do not feel like I was traumatized by the spanking
agree.
though.
I agree.
That
The
was
one
going to be
time.
one of
Is
my
that
non-parent parenting thing that I didn't bring up, and I'm not going to go into it, but I was like, my thing is like, I don't know about spanking still.
Oh,
I don't
you're
want
like,
to
children
spank.
deserve to be spanked.
Yeah, like I don't really want to spank, but I'm like, I don't know how terrible, like I don't think you should beat your children, but like
I think an in the moment spank, not in the moment spank.
weird.
Just kidding.
I mean, like I
I'm
think
really
it's
not
not
for it.
it's not like effective problem solving, and it
Totally.
doesn't teach effective problem solving skills. But
I just know.
I feel
it
like
traumatized me.
I was gonna say it depends on the person.
Yeah.
I feel like
And the severity and
Yes.
like what
Yes.
the circumstances were and like
It's
all
one of
that
those
stuff.
where it feels like, why risk it, you know?
Yeah.
Like it's
But
not
now that I-
effective.
But now that I think about it more, I feel like I did learn some problematic, like emotional regulation.
Yes.
Mm.
There are certain
Because of that.
situations.
there's
that
just
did cause
there's much
trauma.
healthier ways of managing your emotions than
Yeah.
being like, if I don't shape up my behavior, I'm gonna get spanked.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
whatever.
comment down below if you're going to spank your children.
And comment down below your trauma.
yeah,
That's all.
thank you.
Love
I
you
love this
all.
for
And
us.
your darkest secret.
Yes.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
And who your current crush is.
And come back every Monday to listen to us because you love us.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, that too.
See ya.
Bye.
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 Bye, friends.